Welcome to another Thursday here, Beachside Chat and Prosper. And what we're going to be reviewing today is we're going to be finishing up the second portion of the proposal training, as well as reviewing chapter 3 and 4 of the seventh level, which is the NEPQ Black Book of Questions and How to Close Sales More Efficiently. Before we begin here, let's go ahead and do a round robin and just do a quick introduction of who we are, where we come from, and how long we've been either with Prosper or Power. That's fine. And we'll go from there. I'll go first. My name is Craig. I've been in the industry for almost 20 years. I've been with my company Prosper for 20 years. And our first sale we ever installed was in 2007, February 2nd. And it was awesome. I still have that picture today. And since then, we've done over 24,000 homes and residential and commercial all over the United States. We've just done lots and lots every year, and we just keep doing it. And then I partnered up with Power last year, made a substantial investment into their company, and am now seated as their, I don't know what you call it, executive board or whatever level to help make decisions with the company. And so we're doing several things to help make things faster. You guys will notice that things have really sped up lately, and that's because of our feedback. So they are taking what we have to say to heart, and we're noticing much faster installs, faster turnaround times. Been great. That includes the SOW. So what you sell something, what you plan on selling is what gets installed, and pay is, from the beginning, and so you can plan on it. And that's a wonderful thing. That's a big deal in our industry. So I'm Craig. All right. I'll introduce Lenny. Lenny's a picture today. Lenny has been in the solar industry for a very long time as well, probably over 10 years. He's been with Power since 2016. He was one of the very first investors in Power when they were just an idea on a group funding page. He has worked with several different companies. One of them was Power Home. Power Home at one time was the powerhouse for solar, where they did a ton of installations. Coming to Power, everybody gets a mentor, whether you want it or not. And I was fortunate enough to get Lenny, and he's been a good friend of mine, and we've grown closer over these years. And hi, Laura. Welcome. Zach, and telling him to get his butt on here. He'll tell you some excuse, but we still got to try.
He just sent me the link.
Okay.
Because I asked for it because my phone's still being weird. I'm not getting my other phone numbers. I have a Puerto Rican number now. That's
Dude,
what I had to
you
do.
Are you staying?
No, I had to get a T-Mobile line because US Cellular legit was not working. So, yes, I have a
I mean,
T-Mobile line now.
what's really cool about what we are doing at Power is we're giving ourselves true freedom because, for example, like Laura making sales in Puerto Rico. She doesn't live in Puerto Rico. She's visiting there on vacation. I mean, that's the most random thing ever, and I love it. I've had a rep go to Hawaii, make a Hawaii sale. It's amazing. So we can go to all these locations, and we have complete freedom as long as you've got some sort of electric device, and you can sell them, send docs, sign them up, whatever. Lenny often talks about how he will do sales on the beach, and that's real too. And as you build your business and build a foundation, those things come more and more. The key is, and I've said it 100 times, the longer you stay in business, the more money you'll make, and it's true. So 20 years later, get people call me or send me referrals or whatever that I wouldn't maybe got in my first 5 years, and just because I've been in the same industry forever. All right. What's up, Kevin? All right. So he is my mentor. That's who I was assigned to. I don't think we've ever actually, well, I can't say that because, the sale, it was awesome. And yeah, he was floating head on my phone. It was cool. So then after that, I just did a bunch more, and here we are. So we're going to go ahead and do, Kevin, we're just doing quick introductions, who you are, how long you've been in the industry. You're up.
Well, I have my own company head called the Solar Gladiator. I'm doing this for about 4 or 5 years now. And I think most of you know who I am and what I'm into. Love the techie stuff of it. So anybody ever need to go down a rabbit hole, guy that will have that conversation with you.
He will. He really, really will. He's very smart. And I lean on Kevin for a lot of things. So anything utility, permitting related, whatever, I think Kevin's your guy.
Thank
Very, very. Thanks, Kevin. Rebecca, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I joined Power back in October, November, so I'm still very new at this. It's only been a few months, but I'm enjoying it. It's a whole new thing for me to learn. I was teaching originally before I had kids, so all the tech stuff is new to me, sales is new to me, but I'm really liking it. So,
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
welcome, Rebecca. We're so glad you're here. Andrew, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so came from car sales. I did that for about 4 years. I had it between either, I knew I wanted to make a change. I had it either between life insurance or solar. I obviously went the solar route. Been doing this for about a year and a half now. Made all of the difference in the world to my success. I'm just looking forward to a big 25.
That's right. We are teed up for a big 25. We came into this new year on fire, and we're rattling the cage a little bit, which I like. People can't believe how few we are and how talented we are because we're beating teams 3 times our size. And so we've got a little bit of pressure on us. So we're gonna pull through and perform and smack the shit out of Hawaii, which is 3 times our size. So it'll be fun. We'll get after it. All right, Ashley, you're up. Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, Ashley. Since I've been with Power since about summerish, and then met Craig fall. And once I got the Prosper team, just hit the ground running. Very similar to Andrew, just kind of changed the trajectory of my whole life. Loving it. I mean, I came from a network marketing background, so I love sales. I love all that stuff. But had no clue anything about solar, nothing. So just learning every single day, learning and growing. I'm feeling very, very grateful to be on this team. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, Cole, introduce yourself.
So I'm Cole. I'm 2 now in solar. I've been with Craig and the Prosper team with Ashley and Andrew for about a year now, almost a year. And ever since we've pretty much have joined up with Prosper, and Craig is my mentor, we've had success. They've done a little bit as well. We expect kind of a bit on forward.
That's right. That's right. Edgar, tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Yeah, I think kind of like ready on it. So he actually, I actually called Prosper and kind of asked a couple questions like, oh, why'd you go with this company versus other companies? And he said just the freedom, remoteness, and that's kind of like is just the control, how I work on my own terms.
Awesome.
It's kind of like, yeah. And I've been door knocking since the summer because, well, it was just a great way to like enhance sales experience or like better my experience with just like talking to just cold approaching people and just building my skills throughout that and just hoping and just building my skills and sales with solar with Prosper. Goals is just like I have really big goals this year to really better myself.
You're on the right team, man. We're excited to have you. Welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right, Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself if you're there.
I'm here. I am Laura, and I've been with Power since I came in fall of 2023. It didn't really start kicking off till this past summer and fall, and I'm super happy to be here, super happy to be mobile and being able to work from wherever. And yeah, hoping
Where are you right now?
I'm in Puerto Rico right now, and actually maybe helping the lady I'm staying with put solar on her rental.
Right.
And it's very exciting. And I may just stay in Puerto Rico forever because I can do that. Kind of.
You can.
All right, nice here with y'all.
Yes, you can. Your job's there. Do it, dude. Why not? Looks better. It's way warmer, so that's awesome.
It's warm. Yeah.
All right, and then Chelsea, dude, we haven't seen Chelsea in forever. Chelsea,
here I am. Can you see me?
what's up, dude? How are you?
I don't know, the camera's not working. Please allow Zoom. I'm giving it access, but it's not turning on. Yep. So I'm Chelsea. I'm new to solar and sales, so everything's new. I've been in the engineering field, and hold on, baby. Yep, full-time single mom, so I always got the kids with me. I'm excited this year for solar because it's on my own time, and I'm looking forward to see what solar brings.
It's awesome. We're so glad to have you. She's also very smart. She's an engineer. And yeah, we're excited for you too. It's gonna be great.
Thanks.
All right. Crystal, what's up? Tell us a little
So I power in January of 2024.
bit.
And I kind of floundered without support. I started on a team that didn't exist, essentially. And then I met Owen, who then I met Craig, and then things have gotten a lot better because I have support. I have people that can actually explain to me what's going on. And really just the team, having a team is huge versus trying to wander through this stuff by yourself.
Totally. Absolutely. Awesome. So glad to have you as well. All right. Well, let's get started today. So, where we left off last time, if you guys remember, as we go through the sales proposal on a close, we like to break it down into different segments and to be able to have in your back pocket 5 questions you can ask a customer is a huge benefit, and it's just a huge weapon to have in your closing game. I've seen you guys kind of level up a little bit this week, which is awesome. With some of your proposals, I've noticed that you've been saying some new things, doing some new things. It's been going really well. So we're going to continue on to the second half of that, but we're going to review really fast in the 7th level. It's page 30, the proposal process. I'm going to share that, and then we're going to continue on breaking down the rest of the presentation, and then we're going to apply it. Because the key is we might learn a lot of things, we might do a lot of things. If you guys can take away one thing, write it down, and you apply it, and as we do that every single week, you just apply one thing from our training, you're going to be massively successful. Those things compound, they grow, and you're just filling in gaps. All right, let me share my screen here. We'll do this guy. You guys see that? Yes. All right. So I'm a believer on group training. So I've been from a family of teachers. My uncle was a professor for many years. My father was a professor for many years, on and on and on. Even my grandfather, for a time, was a high school teacher. So I do a lot of teaching environments, sales environments from my previous life before I came to Power, where I would do trainings for very large groups of people. I'm a big fan of groups, a circle, and everybody being able to contribute. I think that is the type of engagement has the highest success rate for retention, learning, and then overall just feeling like you're making a positive change. So we go through it together. So whether or not you read it doesn't matter. Hopefully you did. We're going to go through it together, and then we're going to add in our 2 cents as we go through, and then we're going to apply it to proposal. So let's go ahead and start off. Andrew, if you could read rule number 1 for me. You're muted, homie.
My bad.
You're all good.
Rule number 1, never give a prospect a proposal without understanding what their problems are and do they have the budget / funding / money to solve the problem. You should live by this. There are no exceptions to this rule. Even if you have a prospect that says, "Can you just send me over a proposal with your pricing in it?" You must never fall prey to this with a prospect. If a potential customer asked for a proposal up front before you have discovered what their situation is, you simply will say this: "I'd be open to putting together a proposal for you, but I'm not quite sure I could even help you yet. Could I ask a few questions about your situation to be able to put something together for you that might be useful? Would that be appropriate?" Then you start asking your situation questions to find out more about their present situation. It's as easy as that.
Yep. So when we're on our discovery call, somebody starts trying to railroad you and say, "You know what? I've got many quotes. Go ahead and just send me over a proposal." What do we say?
Sorry, I was on mute. So we're a little bit more unique than other companies. So we got to first understand what the problem is so that we can properly gauge an accurate quote for them.
Yep. All right, Ashley, you be the customer. You push back on me.
I don't really have the time to sit down for like an hour, whatever. Can you just shoot it over to me in my email and I'll take a look later?
Yeah. I can. The reason why that we do first a discovery call and then close, I'll tell you our steps, is because when we do our discovery, we get information that is unique to your situation, so we can give you a customized solution. You've noticed that your kilowatts in your bill, they go up and down, don't they?
Yeah.
That means you're using more and less energy because you're different than your neighbor. Your bill will be different than your neighbor. So we don't do cookie cutter systems because they simply do not work. We customize it with the homeowner. We send it off to our engineers and we get a proposal that is number accurate for you. So then you know what your outcome will be. Now, I will tell you this much. We do have a Prosper guarantee. That is, if we cannot save you money, I will cancel the appointment in advance. Does that sound good? Okay, move on. That is how Lenny,
It's gone.
your thing. Crap. Yeah, this is all right, guys. We got 10 minutes apparently, which is crazy. So, all right, let's get through it. So, rule number 2. All right, Rebecca, can you read rule number 2, please?
Your proposal should lay out the key. Oh, hang on. Your proposal should lay out the key 2 to 3 problems they told you during the engagement stage of the sales conversation. This reminds them of the issues they want to solve and brings back pain they feel from the problems. The proposal should also have, it just disappeared on me.
As the host now.
Yeah,
I'm a host.
because I was hoping that it wouldn't crash if you were the host, but it's Lenny's Zoom.
Oh yeah. There
Hey,
he is.
What the heck
hey,
was that?
welcome back. Your Zoom is about to crash on us in 8 minutes.
But
Pay
I've
your
got cool.
freaking bill, dude. Just kidding. All right. Sorry. What?
We were sharing screen.
All right.
Sorry, my phone is blowing up. I'm gonna mute.
We're blowing you up. That's what's
Hey,
happening.
Lenny,
You and half of power. What's up?
your Zoom is going to turn off in 8
Yeah.
minutes on
We're
everybody.
working on it.
Got it.
That's very strange. Okay.
All right. Remember,
Okay.
things are just going so perfect. I'm so glad we're recording it. All right. I'm sorry. Can you
Okay.
redo rule number 2?
Yep, I'll start over from the top. Your proposal should lay out the key 2 to 3 problems they told you during the engagement stage of the sales conversation. This reminds them of the issues they want to solve and brings back pain they feel from those problems. The proposal should also have the key 2 to 3 objectives they're wanting to accomplish as a company. This creates a proposal that shows that the salesperson was present in the conversation, showing the prospect that you have a complete understanding of the situation and how to solve it for them. The proposal restates the value to the prospect of achieving their objectives by solving their problems. By restating the value, it helps you provide context for the sale so that the price for your solution seems tiny compared to them being able to achieve their objectives by solving the issue that is holding them back. You always want the value of solving the prospect's problems and achieving their objectives to be at minimum 10 times the cost of your offer. For a company solving a problem that is costing them to lose 15 million a year in lost revenue, a 350,000 solution will seem quite small to them if you are positioning it correctly. Going over this value with a prospect during your presentation and the proposal makes it a logical next step for them to do business with you. Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Always have been one option for them to accomplish their objectives. Every proposal you send out should provide 3 options for them to accomplish their goals. Most proposals I have seen typically only offer one option. This loses many prospects, as even with the best questions, you still will not be able to read the prospect's mind 100%. That is why it is important for you to provide 3 options for them to work with your company. Option 1, a basic lower price option that is still profitable for your company. Option 2, a middle of the road option that is your core offering where most prospects fall into. Option 3, a high price option that is the premium choice. Setting up the proposal with these options help your prospect to make a decision. Now the power of the premium option is not just that it's highly profitable to your organization or that some prospects will choose it. It also makes the middle of the road option with your core offering seem like a great bargain to the prospect. This will help you make not only sales but larger sales.
I like that a lot. In fact, we used to do that a lot. ABC closing. We're doing that now very similarly, but what we do is we say, we're going to show you cash offering. We're going to show you what everybody wants to sell you that we're not going to say, and then we're going to show you what we think you should do. It's very similar. But every planet does good, better, best, right? And then they have the ability to explain why. Every contractor has good, better, best. So this is a very good technique. Okay, thanks. Thank you. I was stressing out. All right. I was like,
Hey,
and
real quick, Craig, I have a question.
fire away, dude.
What's like the fastest giving someone a proposal?
The fastest ever, first sit down, like just on the spot. Yeah, I carry an iPad with me. As long as the environment's right. I would make sales in the same day for sure.
So you could close somebody like pretty quickly?
Yeah, I could. I always set a goal that if I was knocking like you, and I would go out to the doors, I would absolutely make a sale. I would not go home without a sale. I'd make
Okay.
the key is that you have to have everything set up right. So you have to have an iPad
Yeah.
or a device that you can show them on the fly, and then you have to be comfortable enough to be able to enter a proposal in pretty quick, and then tweak it on the fly. Sure.
Okay, so kind of go in the kitchen, sort it out with them.
Yep. You get in, you go where they do. This is a tangent, and we'll come back to this later. In fact, I'll probably talk to you afterward about this. But you know what? I'll talk to you about this afterward because this is for you, and I'll be happy to share you what.
All right, so
Okay. Okay. So good, better, best method is awesome. So a way that we can do that, the good, better, best, is option one could be cash. Okay. Option two could be your middle of the road option, your infant 6.9925 year, your 9925 year, just right in the middle of the road. Maybe your core offering could be 8.99, and then you need a best offering, something shiny, something maybe they don't need. What I would usually do is I throw on a battery, and I would just throw on a battery, and say these white batteries are great. This is why you probably want one. This is the difference. Yes, you can later, blah 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 blah. And so that way, what that does is, you for the close is you can say A, B, C. We know what A is, which one you like better, B and C. All right, out of these two, which one do you think you're going to do most likely to do, B or C? And they'd say B. Okay, great. Move on. Assume the sale. And so it's a way to close. In fact, I will do that this week and let you guys see it. I'll record one and show you guys in person. So that's awesome. Questions about this before we move on? Okay. All right. This is actually really smart too. Let's go ahead and get Cole. You're up, buddy.
So make the proposal a basic contract agreement. You can also make your proposal serve as a signable agreement to get the bill rolling while you're waiting on a contract to be drawn up, which sometimes can take a week or longer. Remember, the more steps you add to the sales process, there are more chances of it falling apart. If someone in the organization has to approve the proposal and then it takes a week or two to draw up the contract, there is more of a chance that the prospect might change their mind and go a different direction. You should always make the buying process easy for your potential customers. Give your prospect the opportunity to sign the proposal at the first step in doing business with you. Make sure your proposals serve as a contract. They don't have to be legally binding, but it's a smaller commitment to get them started in the process.
I like it. And yeah, I can something up. So we do that. It's not a big deal. So it kind of goes, there's a couple of points in there that are really important that we need to kind of get back. One, the great Brian Tracy, who is guru of sales, said that our goal every day should be for us to put ourselves in front of as many prospects as possible on any given day. And on top of that, make sure that they are the decision makers. If they are not, then you do not meet with them. And if you can focus on just that every day, you will be successful, and you fill in the white space with just that category of person. We find ourselves we do a two-step close with our group. We do a discovery, and then we do a close, and it works. Can it continue to be tweaked on and improved? Yes. Now, what's important is that we get in our minds, we have to make a choice. And that choice is passed on to the customer as a message. And that is, I explained at the beginning that we do a discovery and a close. I asked for decision makers to be present. I told you that my intention was to move on at that point. And then if they tried to prolong it past that, I don't. They just disqualified themselves. Right? Take it away. I do not meet with people 50 times. I'll just say it. That is retarded. Stop doing things that are dumb. That's dumb. People are not going to be met with again and again and again and magically say yes. They are going to meet with you and be like, oh, this guy's a doormat. I'll just keep meeting with him, keep asking ridiculous questions, take all their information and go somewhere else and get a cheaper price. They're just abusing your wealth of knowledge for their gain. It's a selfish act. They get 2 meetings and no more after that. Now, what does that mean? It means that you should feel some anxiety to close that right then and there. Push a little bit harder. Don't just lay down and be like, yeah, sure, here's a proposal. You have to assume the sale always. Get that closed, send those documents, do that. But no 3rd or 4th or 5th appointment. It's garbage. You do 2 appointments. And then along that way, if you find out that the decision makers are not present, what do? I kill the appointment and I reschedule it on the spot. I say, when is a good time that you and your wife will both be available? I have to talk to both decision makers. Okay. Then they turn into a sale. Because if your both spouses are on there staring at you, they're not going to be like, well, I have to go talk to my wife. I'm like, Mrs. Jones, do you have any questions or concerns? You don't? How do you feel about it? Good. Okay. Mr. Jones, do you have any questions or concerns? How do you feel about it? Good. Okay. You guys feel moving forward? All right, let's do it. Just get it done. Okay. And what will happen is there will be this awesome attitude of success that exudes from you. Customers want to buy from successful sales reps. If you're meeting with somebody constantly, you're not successful and you have too much time on your hands. You have to appear to be very busy. How you do that is your time is precious and your time is limited. And the old quote, fake it till you make it, is real. If you fake it till you make it that you are successful long enough, eventually you become successful because you are doing all the right activities, actions, and have the right attitude to get exactly where you need to go and have the environment and life that you want to have. So with that being said, we do discovery. We do a close. We don't come back. Why? Because we told before, we told them again, we double checked again, and if that's the way it is I will reschedule for both homeowners, but I will not do a presentation because all you have is that you have numbers in the presentation and that you are on an elite team, part of an elite system, and that you have the best product. They want what you have, otherwise they wouldn't keep coming back. Do it once. That's it. Then what you'll find as we go along is what happened to Cole. Mid-December, Cole gets a call from a gentleman. Do you remember? You want to tell everybody that story and how we told what was up?
Yeah. So the net deadline in West Virginia, we met with him. I think it was probably July, August time. We warned him that the net metering deadline was going to end come the 31st with Appalachian Power. Didn't believe us, even though we're the ice field. Just kind of thought maybe kind of giving him a pitch, but that wasn't accurate because about a week before Christmas, I get a call from him, and he found out that his utility company is going to be ending the net metering deadline, and we had to expedite his whole process and get him signed up that day. And luckily, we got it in time. And now that they've extended it, but that's
what does that tell you? We didn't keep going back. We didn't keep meeting with him. We did discovery. We did close, and we just told him what was up. He decided to tell us that he called the electric company and he knew and we didn't know and all that. But we stuck to our guns. And sure enough, he came back to us. He beelined it back to us. Lay down. It's the easiest thing. Piece of cake. Why? Because he knew we were the best. He knew we were not fucking around. If you're the best, you're the best, like you're the best. Okay. We have the product. We have the best installation crew. We have the best warranty. We have the best team. We are the best, period. You want to be part of this, then you need to follow our rules. These are our rules. They're very basic and it will benefit you greatly. Okay. So that is, let's see, how much time do we got left? So, I always hit the 45-minute mark. So at 45 minutes, I try to kill a training So that way you guys are still taking information in, and that way you remember, the next. Some things that we can apply on this upcoming week is, one, you do a very good discovery. Hard discoveries make easy sales. Easy discoveries make hard sales. Okay, 100%. And then tell them during that time our steps. We say, we do the discovery. This is why we do it. We guarantee you that if our not look good or make you money over the term, 25 years, then we will cancel our appointment proactively. And then you ask for the decision makers to be there, and you have the appointment, and you go for the close every freaking time, no matter what. Always. Don't be passive aggressive, none of that garbage, because if they leave that meeting, you're very likely they're never going to talk to you again. They got what they wanted. They got the numbers, all that. The best way to close is to assume the sale, and then doing ABC close, good, better, best method. It'd be a great way and tool in your cap and your tool belt that you can use in order to ensure these closes. So the good, better, best will be, one, we're going to show you cash. Two, we're going to show you what we usually sell, which is, for all of us, tends to be right now the Infinity 0.9925 year. That's kind of our go-to. Okay. And then number three, we're going to show you a premium offering of some sort that has some sort of shiny thing on it, whether it's a battery or an EV charger or 2 EV chargers and a battery, just something grandiose. Okay. Because 90% of people will not choose that, but they know it exists. Okay. They're going to
incentive that could be the other thing.
Yeah. Like do customer incentive, could also be. So, and then what they're going to do is they're going to choose B almost every time. And then if you get somebody that chooses C, rock and roll, you just big sale. So that's what we're going to work on this week. And before we go, do you guys have any basic questions about our presentation today or what we went over? You can ask away if you have any, or anything that you ran into this last week that you need help overcoming, or a rebuttal that was given to you that you want to throw out there.
Greg, how do you propose handling, excuse me, when you run out of time?
Like, what do you?
Well, let's say, you got an hour that you're doing it, and you're not able to get through the proposal because they got to go pick up their kid from school. Or, you get those objections or excuses to cut you short that you just simply can't, overcome.
It's also kind of part of your scheduling. We ask for a full hour. So typically, if you're cut short, is it because you went over an hour?
It could be. I mean, I know that there was a call we were both on where I know where the lady said, "Oh, I just got a text. I had to go pick up my kid."
Yeah.
So I mean, these are not claiming.
I'd just kill it right then and there, especially if I did it priced or anything. I'd kill it. I'd automatically reschedule. And I'd say, okay, do you usually have to pick up your son or daughter? No? Okay. Or are you the decision maker on something like this? Or is it you and your husband? Or do you guys make decisions together? And if you're just honest with people, they'll tell you straight out. Like, no, I have a house. I'm the decision maker. Or, no, yeah, we make decisions. And so you just overcame two objections. One is that I'm killing it short. I'm going to ask for a proposal. And two is, even if you did have the time, they're still going to say they have to talk to their spouse. So you can kill two birds with one stone. Because if the spouse was home, you would just send your spouse to go pick up the kid. So that's what I'm assuming. So yeah, always get decision on. Otherwise, it's kind of not real. That's what I would do. I would just, don't be afraid to reschedule, man. I mean, it's not a deal. They always come back. I mean, it's amazing. People come back when they know you're busy and you're successful and serious. So hopefully that answered that question for you. All right. Anything else, guys? Any other objections you guys are getting? All right. Well, then what I'm going to do is, Lenny, do you want to wrap it up?
No, I appreciate that. From what I heard, was able to hear, it was good stuff. The last comment, I would say, if you're an hour, you should be getting a presentation done in 30 minutes. Like, don't go that long. An hour is too long. But no, that's it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming today. We're going to kill the recording, and I'm going to stay after, and I'm going to go through a couple things with Edgar, and you guys are welcome to be a fly on the wall if you want. But for the sake of the recording, we'll kill it now, and we'll see you next week.